Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel again. It is still hotter than hell outside, so we're going to make ourselves a delicious dessert to help take a little bit of sting out of that humid air, the air you can wear. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a homemade ice cream cake. I feel a little bit like I'm cheating calling it a cake because there's no cake in it. It's just going to be layers of ice cream and fudge with a little Oreo crust, so it's cake enough. So what we're going to do, we'll have a 13 by 9-ish approximate pan. I think the glass is going to work best. And then what we're going to do for our base is we're going to use some delicious chocolate double filled cookies or Oreos if you're feeling frisky. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to take the whole container, run them through a food processor, and crunch them up. And then we have 1 stick of melted butter. We're just going to dump that in here, mix it together, and then we'll press that into the pan as our crust. No need to spray the pan or anything with any non-stick stuff because you're just mixing cookie crumbs with butter. You just get yourself a nice even layer around the bottom, and once it's kind of even, just go ahead and just start pressing down on it and just kind of compress everything together, and that is going to be the cake layer in our cake here. Good enough. What they say to do next is between each layer, you're going to take your pan, you're going to put it in the freezer for about 15 minutes to make sure everything is set up. So I'm going to have my wonderful off-camera assistant do that. And then what we're going to do is start making our first batch of ice cream. You can buy store-bought ice cream and just let it thaw and then just purely mix it to get all the clumps out so it's nice and smooth. You just want it to be smooth when you're spreading it out. I am doing a peanut butter chocolate cake. I have this nice ice cream maker that we like to use, and I have a peanut butter ice cream here all mixed up. So we are going to just make our own. We're going to get this in here and get it running, dump it in. I can do a separate ice cream video at some point if anybody is interested, but basically you just mix your ingredients together, cool them down, and then you're going to run them through the ice cream maker for about 15 minutes. It's going to have it be a nice, like, soft serve consistency. Okay, so our peanut butter ice cream is done. Our 15-minute timer went off. They both needed the same time, so it worked out really well. We're nice and rock hard here, and then we're just going to get our peanut butter ice cream out of here. Don't know if I need it all yet or not. Don't really know how much it makes, to be quite honest with you. We're just going to spread it out here to a nice little even layer. Well, even-ish, enough for an ice cream cake, or whatever it is. All right. Just get that spread out as evenly as you can. We're going to get this in the freezer for another 15 minutes, and we're going to get our chocolate ice cream mixing as well. So we have our second layer in here. Everything is nice and set. We're going to go ahead and add our hot fudge. I do have a second one here now that was not part of the original plan, but I went ahead and had a frozen yogurt for my daughter who has a little lactose thing. So it's the same Oreo crust, just with store-bought frozen yogurt that we just kind of let to get to room temperature, ran it through the food processor to smooth it out, and then poured it in there just so it wouldn't have any clumps to spread it. So I did the chocolate layer on top of the peanut butter just because when I added the hot fudge, it's obviously going to be warmer than the ice cream, and it's going to melt it a little bit. That way the chocolates were just together when they smeared together. I kind of wanted to get some defined layers there if I could. Okay, so it turned into a little bit more of a marble mush than I would have wanted, but it's all going in the same place anyway, so we'll put it back in the freezer for about a half an hour this time. We'll come behind it with the whipped cream. Okay, everybody, we've had our cakes since we put the whipped cream on them in the freezer for probably about 7 hours. So they should be good and ready to go. I have my official taste testers here with me. And from cutting ice cream cakes in the past, I have a nice mug of hot water here with a knife. Hopefully that makes cutting these a little bit easier. So let's dish out some pieces and see how they look.
As you can see, this is a bit of a struggle. What page am I on? Wow. That so good.
I wish I could have that if I can.
You have your own cake.
I know, I'm just saying. But mine's actually all
Dad's
chocolate.
is going to be easy to get.
All right, guys, here we go. You can see the cake here. It looks pretty good. The layers worked out pretty well. We have our crust, the peanut butter, the chocolate, a little bit of the fudge, how it mixed in, and then our whipped cream on top. So I know my taste testers are dying to dive in, so have at it, girls. Let's see how it tastes.
I can't get through the cookie. I can't get through the cookies.
That is really good. It's not going to smooth this. No one else is taking it.
I gotta tell you guys, I'm sorry you're on the other side of the camera because
It's real good.
this is really, really good. Right. The big one here is the two flavors of the ice cream, the peanut butter ice cream with the chocolate ice cream. That fudge layer is just awesome. This one here for my little lactose friend here. Chocolate frozen yogurt, still with the Oreo crust, and just a different whipped cream that she can have, and still with the fudge. It is really good, really easy to make. It didn't take long at all. Just really setting timers to remember to add your layers and put it back in the freezer. And this is delicious. Give it a try, guys. This one's really good. Change up the flavors. Do whatever you'd like. Have fun with it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Say bye, girls.
Bye.
Make sure to subscribe.
Bye.
See ya.